Have you ever desired a quick financial solution so badly that you try anything, except another spiritual rambling with meditation voice in the background? Well, what you're going to see here isn't magic, isn't a trick, and definitely isn't more of the same. The proposal is bold. Manifest money in up to 24 hours. And yes, this is possible, but not the way they told you out there. The truth is that most people are failing to manifest because they're trying the wrong way. Thinking positive without understanding how the mind works is like lighting a candle in a hurricane. It doesn't help. The problem isn't the universe. It's what you vibrate without realizing. And here, you'll understand why your money hasn't arrived yet, and what to change for it to start flowing almost immediately. Sounds too good to be true? Great. That's exactly how change begins. Only curious skeptics and dreamers with their feet on the ground can absorb what's coming. And if you're here, maybe this video is the turning point your bank account has been asking for a long time. Nobody wants to wait years to change their life. And when someone hears it's possible to manifest money in up to 24 hours, something changes inside. Eyes shine, the mind opens, and hope awakens with full force. This promise isn't just catchy. It shakes the structure of those living on a tightrope, counting coins. And that's where the video already delivers the first insight. Attracting attention is the first step to generating transformation. The idea of attracting money quickly seems bold, but boldness moves the world. It's as if someone said, "You're one step away from turning the game around." And look, whoever has lived in struggle knows the power of a spark of possibility. When the video starts with this kind of promise, it pokes at the deepest beliefs. And this poking is exactly what many people need to wake up from financial apathy. The secret is in provoking the right question. What if it's true? This curious doubt is more powerful than an entire motivational speech. It plants a seed that, well watered, becomes an avalanche of action and change. When you feel there's a quick way out, even if it seems unlikely, you allow yourself to believe again. And at that moment, real transformation begins. Now, of course, this promise doesn't work alone. It's just the gateway. Because manifesting money in 24 hours isn't magic. It's vibration, it's intention, it's mind and body in the same rhythm. But before all this, the person needs to understand what they're really emitting to the world. And here comes an essential question, which almost nobody talks about, but which changes everything. Most people don't even realize it, but they live repeating scarcity mantras all day long. Phrases like, "I don't have money for this," "That's too expensive," or "That's not for me," are small invisible anchors that keep the person stuck in the same place. And look how curious. Many times they say this without even thinking. It's automatic. But everything that's automatic shapes reality. The vibration of scarcity isn't just an emotion. It's a frequency you emit all the time. Think with me. If someone repeats that they're always broke, how do they expect to manifest abundance? It's like wanting to tune into a jazz station while leaving the radio stuck on country music. It doesn't match. The vibration needs to change, and this starts with internal conversation. A good exercise is to spend a whole day observing your own thoughts about money. You can even write it down. When I see a high price, what do I think? Just this awareness already changes the game. Those who learn to speak more lightly about money already start creating space for it to arrive. Instead of saying, "That's too expensive," how about changing it to, "That's not my priority yet"? Instead of, "I never have money," use, "I'm learning to deal better with it." These are simple phrases, but with a giant impact on the energy you emit. This type of change doesn't require a penny in your pocket. It only requires decision. And the most beautiful thing is that when you change the tone of your internal conversation, the world changes its tone with you. It's not coincidence, it's frequency. But before continuing, there's a blind spot there that many people ignore, and that explains why, even vibrating positively, money still doesn't appear. It's like trying to run with the handbrake pulled. And this brake, many times, isn't even yours. It's quite a shock when the person realizes it's not just about what they want, but about what they believe deep down. And these limiting beliefs usually come from far away, from childhood, from school, from parents saying that money doesn't grow on trees, or that rich people are all corrupt. The mind absorbs this as if it were law, and without realizing, the person starts sabotaging any chance of prospering. It's like planting flowers in poisoned soil. Then comes frustration. The person visualizes, makes affirmations, lights candles, prays, but nothing changes. The problem is there's an internal system saying all the time, "You don't deserve it. This isn't for you." And you know the worst part? These voices aren't even theirs. They're emotional inheritances passed from generation to generation, without filter. That's why reprogramming the subconscious mind is so urgent, because it's what commands the show, even when you think you're in control. A clear example? People who earn unexpected money and spend it all quickly, without realizing. Their mind isn't used to abundance and treats it like a foreign body. Result? It expels it. It's the famous, "I can't hold on to money." And this has nothing to do with lack of intelligence. It's programming. It only changes when you go to the root, understand where this idea comes from, and replace it with something that strengthens you. And the good part is that you can reprogram. It's not easy, but it's possible. It starts by identifying family patterns. What did your parents say about money? What kind of stories did you hear growing up? This will already clarify a lot. But to really create new mental pathways, there's a simple and powerful tool. And that, if done the right way, changes everything from the inside out. The human mind loves to repeat patterns. And what you repeat every day, you end up believing. That's why positive affirmations are so powerful. Many people turn their noses up thinking it's cheap self-help talk. But try repeating, "I am deserving of abundance," every day and see what happens. It seems simple, but it has a silent effect. It starts replacing the internal voice of scarcity with a new narrative. The magic isn't in loose words, but in constancy. Repeating for 3 days and giving up doesn't change anything. But making it a ritual, like brushing your teeth, transforms. A practical tip is to write affirmations in a notebook every morning, like, "Money comes to me in unexpected ways," or "I have ease in prospering." Some people even stick post-its on the mirror, on the phone, on the refrigerator. The important thing is to keep the message alive. Now, there's a detail that few people talk about. You don't need to believe the affirmations at the beginning. Seriously, at first, they may sound false, but continue anyway. It's like planting a seed. At first, there's no flower, no smell, no color. But if you water it every day, it grows. And when the mind starts accepting the new idea as familiar, reality starts reflecting this new frequency. Even those who are at zero, with no money or hope, can start there. It costs nothing. And sometimes, it's precisely this that opens the first gap for change. Because affirming isn't just saying, it's creating a new space within yourself, where abundance can enter. And when this practice mixes with another essential element, which almost nobody pays attention to, the impact is even greater. There are people who make affirmations with their mouth, but with their heart tight. And that's where the problem lies. The energy that really manifests isn't that of hurry or desperation. It's that of relief. It's as if the universe said, "I give you what you asked for, but only when you stop contorting inside." Relief is that light sigh you let out when you truly believe things will work out. Think of someone who ordered food for delivery. They know it's going to arrive. They don't keep looking at the clock every 10 seconds, nor sending messages to the delivery person at every corner. They trust. With money, it's the same thing. When you feel it's already coming, that it's on its way, without desperation, your vibration changes. And then, yes, the magic starts working. Of course, this isn't easy when you have overdue bills and an empty refrigerator, right? But precisely in these moments, relief becomes a superpower. A practical way to access this state is to remember situations where money already came in unexpected ways, that debt that disappeared, that surprise transfer. Rescuing these memories helps create an emotional climate of few, and this opens space for the new to arrive. Because relief shows you're no longer in forced control. It's the opposite of trying to manipulate time, result, path. And when you let go, you receive. This feeling is the bridge between request and realization. And speaking of bridges, there's an analogy that helps understand this in an even deeper way, and that forever changes how you see money. Imagine opening your house faucet and panicking because you don't know if water will come out. Kind of absurd, right? We simply turn the handle and trust it comes. There's no drama, no desperation. And that's exactly how money should be viewed, as something natural, fluid, available. The problem is that most people learn to treat money as something scarce, almost unreachable, and this completely changes how it flows. Water, even being vital, doesn't generate anxiety because we trust the system that delivers it. The question is, do you trust this system of life, of the universe, of energetic flow? Because if you trusted, money would be like water. It would come with more lightness, without suffering. When the person starts treating money as something that's always about to come, and not as a rare prize, their frequency changes. And money, which is extremely sensitive to energy, responds. Remember that feeling when the water tank runs out and we only notice afterwards? It's uncomfortable, but we know it's temporary. With money, we should think the same way. Okay, now it's lacking, but it'll be back soon. This vision takes away pressure, takes away weight, takes away fear. Because fear freezes, relief liberates. And money loves space. It doesn't like to enter where there's tension, desperation, or terror. This water analogy isn't just pretty. It's practical. It works. Next time you feel scarcity, try drinking a glass of water with attention, as if you were telling the universe, I trust. It will come. This small gesture can become a ritual of reconnection with abundance. And to understand even better how to manifest with intention, clarity, and lightness, there's a simple formula that brings all this together powerfully. There are people who think manifesting is just visualizing and waiting for the universe to make the delivery. But it's not quite like that. The true formula of manifestation has 3 elements: thought, feeling, and action. It's like a cake recipe. If one ingredient is missing, it doesn't rise. Thinking positive is important, of course, but if you think one thing, feel another, and act incoherently, the vibration becomes a mess. And the universe loves alignment. Let's imagine someone wants more money. They think, I want to prosper. But they feel fear, insecurity, guilt, and still act avoiding opportunities, procrastinating, or self-sabotaging. Result? Nothing changes. Now, when the thought is, I am prosperous, the feeling is confidence, and the action is sending that resume, recording that video, or studying about investments, then yes, the energetic field aligns. And the universe responds. This powerful trinity can be applied in any area: finances, relationships, health. A good example is the person who wants to attract more clients. They can start the day visualizing their full schedule, thought, feeling anticipated gratitude, feeling, and posting valuable content on social media, action. It's not about controlling the result, it's about acting in the right vibration. And this transforms any reality. And you know the craziest thing? When the 3 elements are in harmony, things flow so naturally it seems like coincidence. But it's not. It's consequence. And the most beautiful thing about this formula is that you can practice it right now without needing anything external. And to make this vibrational alignment even easier, there's a simple but extremely powerful guided exercise, which we'll explore next. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine money bills falling from the sky like rain. It's not just a beautiful image. It's a way to communicate to your subconscious mind that abundance is something possible, real, and available. This type of visualization, when done with intention, has a direct impact on your vibration. It's as if you told the universe, I am ready. And the universe, which doesn't waste time, starts moving. This practice is simple, but don't underestimate its power. It can be done for 2 minutes when waking up or before sleeping. While visualizing the money falling, repeat something like, I allow prosperity to flow to me with ease. This phrase serves as an emotional anchor, activating the feeling of worthiness and relief. The secret is in creating a sensory experience. Imagine the sound of bills touching the ground, the smell of paper, the sensation in your hands. And before someone thinks this is dreamer stuff, it's worth remembering. Olympic athletes, great entrepreneurs, and even surgeons use visualization as a performance tool. Why not apply the same concept to finances? When you train your mind to see abundance, it starts accepting it as familiar. And everything that's familiar becomes easier to attract. Visualization, then, becomes a vibrational rehearsal. The most interesting thing is that this exercise requires nothing beyond yourself. No candles, crystals, or mystical music. Just intention, focus, and consistency. And after practicing this, comes one of the most challenging, and at the same time most powerful, parts of the entire manifestation process: letting go of control and trusting. After you think, feel, and act, comes the most counterintuitive part: letting go. And that's where many people get stuck. Because the natural impulse is to monitor the process, look for signs, press the refresh button on reality as if it were a social media feed. But manifesting isn't about control, it's about trust. When you hold too tightly, energy stagnates. When you let go, it flows. Letting go isn't giving up, it's resting. It's knowing you did your part, and now the universe is doing its. Those who plant a seed don't dig the earth every day to see if it's sprouting. They trust, water, wait. In the energetic world, it's the same thing. Being anxious, doubting, looking for proof, only delays the process. Because this anxiety vibrates lack, and where there's lack, there's no space for arrival. A powerful trick to deal with this is to occupy the mind with other good things. Go walk, listen to music that elevates you, help someone, study something new. Keep your energy high, as if you had already received what you asked for. This behavior sends a clear signal. I trust. And this trust, however invisible it may seem, is highly magnetic. The universe understands attitude much more than words. Letting go is handing over the steering wheel and stopping whispering directions to the driver. It's having faith that, even without knowing the how or when, you'll get there. And by adopting this posture, you enter a state of peace that, ironically, accelerates the process. And when this faith connects with other people in the same vibration, something even more powerful happens. There's something magical about being part of a group that believes in the same things you do. When someone comments a power phrase in a video like this, like, money comes to me with ease and joy, that stops being just a comment. It becomes a manifesto, an energetic anchor. And when several people write together, something moves in the collective field. It's as if each word were a stone thrown in the lake, creating waves that meet. The force of a community vibrating in the same direction multiplies the effects of manifestation. It's like having an extra battery charging your intention. And the most beautiful thing? This inspires other people to believe too. Have you noticed how it's easier to maintain faith when someone beside you also believes? That's the power of the collective. And that's why interacting, commenting, liking, and sharing isn't just engagement. It's vibrational alignment. For those who are starting now, writing an abundance phrase in the comments may seem like a small gesture. But don't underestimate the impact of this. It's the first step to declare to the world and to yourself, I am on this path. And this public affirmation creates commitment, creates resonance, and gradually, your energy finds echo in others' words. And then, the movement becomes real. It's as if each person who comments opened a door, and the energy of those who watch afterwards pass through it. A kind of invisible chain that propels everyone forward. That's why actively participating in content like this isn't just about watching. It's about getting involved. Because the universe responds to movement. And speaking of movement, now it's time to pull everything that was learned to a central point and open a new vision. Now that you understood the complete path to manifest money in up to 24 hours, let me ask you, are you just going to watch this video, or are you going to put all this into practice today? Because, honestly, knowing without acting is the same as not knowing. And between us, how much longer will you accept living counting coins, wishing for changes, but acting as if you had all the time in the world? You have the knowledge. You have the technique. You have the power. You just lack the decision. So tell me, what's going to be your first affirmation? What are you going to visualize now? What phrase are you going to leave in the comments to seal this new cycle of abundance? Don't leave for tomorrow the change that can start in minutes. And if you want to continue learning, connecting with this vibration, understanding how to master your mind, your energy, and your finances, subscribe to the channel now and activate notifications. Because here, each video is a key that unlocks a new reality. And you deserve to live all of this.